You're sitting at a table with people you've known for years, people who know your history. And looking across at them, you realize something terrifying. You have absolutely nothing left to say. You laugh at the right moments. You nod when you're supposed to. But the connection is dead. Not because of some big fight, not because anyone did anything wrong, but because you changed and they didn't. And every day you don't understand this dynamic, it quietly costs you something. You feel guilty. You wonder if you're becoming arrogant. You ask yourself if you're the problem. The internet will tell you to just cut people off, wrapping it in neat little phrases to make it sound easy. But it isn't easy. It's isolating. It's painful. And if you don't understand the invisible forces behind it, you'll keep shrinking yourself just to keep the room comfortable. So let's go deeper than most people are willing to go. Because what you're feeling isn't simply growing apart. It's a fundamental shift in how you exist in the world. Think about how most people actually bond. They connect over shared problems, complaints about the boss, frustration with the economy, all the reasons life is unfair and nothing can be done. That shared helplessness is the glue of most friendships. But then you start making different choices. You stop complaining. You take responsibility. You wake up earlier. You read, you try, and suddenly you lose the conversation. You no longer speak their language. Think about the last time you tried to share a victory with them. You saw the look in their eyes, and it wasn't joy. It was a quiet, subtle distance. They look at your new habits, your new focus, and they don't see inspiration. They see an accusation. Your effort forces them to confront their own lack of it. Your movement exposes their stagnation. And human beings hate nothing more than being reminded of what they could be doing, but aren't. So you try to fix it. And you've been here. You play the old part. You downplay your wins. You crack self-deprecating jokes. You join the complaining just to feel a spark of the old camaraderie. But it feels like wearing clothes 3 sizes too small. You're suffocating yourself so they can breathe easy. You're pretending to be asleep so you don't disturb people who refuse to wake up. Nietzsche spent his life studying this exact feeling. He saw it everywhere. He called the people who stay comfortable the herd. And he didn't mean it as an insult. He meant it as a diagnosis. The herd survives on agreement. Everyone agrees to stay small. Everyone agrees not to try too hard, because trying implies that failure might be your own fault. The herd demands similarity. It demands compliance, and Nietzsche had a name for the one who steps out of that comfort. The Übermensch, the overman. The person who stops borrowing their values from the crowd. The person who decides for themselves what is good and what is bad. The person who breaks the herd's ultimate rule. The rule of staying the same. But he warned us, breaking away comes at a brutal price. And that price is a profound, crushing loneliness. When you climb higher, the air gets thinner. There are fewer people up there. The warmth of the crowd is gone. You trade comfort for vision. And on the days the isolation hits hardest, you'll question whether the trade was worth it. You'll look down at the warmth of the herd and wonder if you made a terrible mistake. Now hold that thought, because what comes next changes everything. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. You think the loneliness you feel right now is happening to you. A side effect, a punishment for outgrowing your circle. It's not. The loneliness isn't a glitch in your growth. It is the exact mechanism of it. It's the fire burning away the parts of you that were built to please other people. The herd doesn't reject you because you're broken. They reject you because you're finally healed. Connect those two truths and something becomes clear. You are not losing your friends. You are losing the shared illusions that kept you bound to them. You are losing the need to be validated by people who don't even validate themselves. The silence in your life right now isn't empty. It's cleared. It's the space you absolutely need to finally hear your own voice. The loneliness is just the shock of meeting yourself for the first time, without the noise of the crowd drowning you out. There's a version of you waiting on the other side of this quiet, a version that doesn't apologize for taking up space, a version that doesn't shrink to fit into rooms you've already outgrown. But to reach that version, you have to be willing to walk through the cold. You have to be willing to be misunderstood. You have to stop looking back at the table where you no longer fit. 10 years from now, you won't remember the pain of letting go. You'll only remember that you did it and that it set you free. Most people spend their entire lives waiting to be truly seen by someone else. What Nietzsche understood, and what very few people ever accept, is that the one person capable of truly seeing you has always been you. So stop waiting for the herd's permission. If this spoke to something real in you, subscribe, and keep walking even when you walk alone.